Hello my loves! Right, I am doing the fresh set on myself. I've sculpted the base on these and just filed into shape. That's the way I like to do it. And I'm, really practicing my sculpting and kind of getting nice thin bases and getting all my proportions right. So yes, I'm going to go in with, I think it's Blue Velvet from Glitter Bells. Now I've had mixed reviews on the Glitter Bells products. Some of them I've found a bit difficult to work with, but this one I actually really liked. Really did like this. I like the colour, I like the workability. I did find that if I tried to paint it a little bit too much, it kind of came off, but that might have been me. But I did enjoy working with this one. It certainly wasn't as grainy like the black, so I do like this colour, and I like the end result with this colour, and it was easy to work with doing colour blocks and stuff. So this is going to be a colour block nail. So I've laid down the cuticle bead, and the first thing I do is kind of tuck it into where I want it to be and then start working it down a little bit. I'm keeping my brush clean, but I'm also making sure I keep monomit in the brush so the bead moves. And then once I get it to where I want it and it's nice and even corner to corner, I'm going to start pushing it to make that wall. Now, one thing I found that I would tend to do when I was doing linear colour blocks like this would be build it up too thick, especially at the sides. So I've been really paying attention to not adding too much product, because you don't want a ton of filing at the end. So I swiped off some of this product here. So I was like, that's way too much. And I just took my time. I've kept all of this in real time. The only thing I've sped up is the odd bit of filing. This is all me working at a snail's pace. But as you can see, it's not too thick. It's thick enough to be a wall, but it's not so thick that it's going to distort the shape of the nail and cause me more work in the long run. This nail is my first ever cuff nail. Again, I am late to the party. I know loads of people do them. I just have never done them. And I was watching, I watched Tracy Lou and Charlotte. I've watched them all do it. And I've just not done it. And then I thought, this is what I mean. I struggled a little bit with it kind of coming off, but again, that's me working a bit sloppy. So I thought, I'm going to do a cuff nail here. I'm going to try it. And I really liked it. It was fun. Same principle as doing a smile line. It's actually, for me, it's easier, because the bead naturally forms that kind of rounded top, doesn't it? You just need to use the tip of your brush to get it the way you want it. Tuck it in at the side so we're not going to splurge out the side and make the nail all wide. And then I'm just going in with another bead just to level out that colour. I did like the opacity of this, actually. It does cover well in a thin coat. You don't need loads of it. So this is one that I would definitely work with again, this colour. Oh yeah, I've got different design on each hand. Why not, eh? Why not? Now, where the tip of this, the clear base was so thin, I actually chipped the corner. So I'm just going to fix that there by applying a drier bead and then blending it and just using my brush to gently push it into shape. Because I filed these, I sculpted the bases so thin and then filed them, and I just caught the edge. But for me, it's like, we're all still learning, aren't we? Oh, I hear a siren. Sorry if you heard that. It's kind of unavoidable. So I'm just checking, making sure it's even and I've not bulked it out too much. And then this is going to be an ombre nail. This ombre was not easy. because I'm working with two very, very, very pigmented powders. Again, I had a little bit of trouble with this. I don't know, it was a bit funny. I wasn't expecting it to do that, but it was okay. I mean, I corrected it very quickly. See what I mean? It kind of like washed off. I put it on, and as I was trying to brush it down the nail, it just kind of washed off, which I don't understand why. It made no sense, but maybe I was a bit too heavy-handed with the brush, because I have had like a bad hand week. I know somebody asked if I have EDS. Not as far as I know. It's kind of still being investigated. I do have hypermobility in some of my joints, but it's not severe. It's only like when I'm filing my own hands, it's very painful because I feel like I can't keep my fingers in the place. They just shake in and out and they don't stay still. But as soon as I find out what is actually going on, I will share with you. Oh, I love that colour so much. And then we're going to do a full nail here of this blue. Again, the workability was great when you're working in a big bead. Found it really easy. Not a problem. I just struggle a little bit with the blending of it out, but that's okay. I didn't include my prep in this video, but I prepped as usual with my Navy Pro tools. They're listed in the description box. You've seen it loads of times. And I knew this was going to be a long one anyway, so... And I'm just tapping that down a little bit so I don't have too much bulk. Spreading a bit of that colour through the nail. Are you all well anyway? Are you all good? Are you all having a nice time in, what month is it? February. Anything planned for Valentine's? Let me know. Apparently I've got something planned. I haven't got any clue what it is. Probably won't happen, to be fair. You know what life's like. If it does happen, I'll let you know. There we go. And then on the thumb, we're doing something completely different. So I'm going in with Diamond Nail Supplies. Oh, this glitter's from Glitterati. Oh my god, it's the hollow squares in silver. So good. This is molten silver from Diamond Nail Supplies. It's pretty much identical to Glitterbell's liquid silver. I do like the way these work because they look like mercury on the nail, don't they? So I'm literally just putting a thin wash of it down. I don't need a huge amount of pigment. I did make it a bit wet so it bled into the sidewalls there. I'm naughty. And I'm sorry if the little hair on the side of the brush is annoying you. I cut it off in the end because it was bugging me. Right. I'm now going in with molten silver again and we're doing this ombre. Now, molten silver is incredibly pigmented and I added too much. Way too much. You only need a little bit. So I kept wiping it off, blending it down, wiping it off. Oh, I just wanted to punch myself in the face. But hey ho, we got there in the end. It's just a matter of me remembering, okay, Sarah, we're working with a proper pigmented powder now. But we got there in the end. It's okay. I didn't cry too much. Also, you'll find with the metallics, you'll get more residue in your monomer and on your brush. So either use a separate monomer. Oh God, I'm yawning. Either use a separate monomer or keep an eye on your monomer to make sure you don't contaminate and keep your brush super clean, because they're just stickier, like onto the brush and into the thingy. The same with other brands that I've used. It's the mica in the powder. But they're just so cool to work with and so clever that it's I don't really care about any of the little things. I just keep my monomer clean. Not a problem. So what I did do in the end was add a little bit of blue to the tip and blend it back because I just needed more blue. And it was quite cool because it kind of coloured that silver a bit blue, which made it blend in really nice. And I was actually very happy with the end result. And because you can work thin, it doesn't matter if you need to do this. So here I'm going in with a bead of Clarity Clear from Diamond Nail Supplies, and I'm picking up the Holographic Square multi-mix in silver from Glitterati Nails. I love these. Now, I normally go for a multi-mix that's slightly less. I've never used a square multi-mix before, and I love it because when you have those holographic pieces in a square shape, it just seems to be super duper blingy. Like, you kind of need that extra. Honestly, I don't know if you saw my Instagram, but when it was top coated, my eyes popped out my head. I was like, yes. Really beautiful glitter, very easy to work with. And I have so many different colours of them. Let me know if you want me to swatch them. I literally have all colours, so many colours of this particular type of glitter. So if you want them swatched, I will happily do that for you. Or if you'd rather just see them as I put them in designs, that's fine as well. I don't mind. They're just stunning. Look at that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to do a glitter trail running through this just to tie in. I felt like having just one nail with a bit of glitter on it and a bit on the pinky, which is what's going to go on the pinky, I just felt like that might not be enough. So I just wanted something through the centre of the set to tie in the blue, the silver and the glitter. And once you've got a wet base, you can move that glitter around, you can nudge it into place until you're happy with what you've got. And then if you want to pat any more bits in, you can just pick up on the end of your brush, like here, a couple of bits, and they will pat into the wet layer. Therefore, you're not going to make the nail too bulky. Otherwise, what will happen is if you make it too bulky, then you've got to cap it. By the time you've filed it down, you will have filed into your glitter, and that will make you cry. Just speaking from experience, I still file into my glitter sometimes now. I think we all do have occasions when we've just been a bit lackadaisical and like bodged it up. So I've just filed in. I want to show you the struggle I have filing, especially on my little finger. I try to do it like this, but it hurts me. It really hurts the joints. So then I try and hold it like that, and that hurt even more. I can't explain it. If any of you have problems with your hands. So now I pull my finger out and round to the side and hold it between my other fingers. See? I do that. And that's the only way to keep it sturdy, but obviously that causes joint pain, so probably not a good idea. It's a bit easier when I don't have a flare-up in my hands, but yeah, you know. I'm not waiting to do my nails. Nails have to be done. So I'm laying down the silver and just being mindful to try not to widen the nail too much, because that will really kind of lose its shape and its sleek look down the sides that you've got. I'm trying, I know I'm butting it right up and I will file over the top, but I'm trying not to be overly messy just for the sake of being messy, because it causes me more work and then I get cross. Sorry, I went a bit out of shot there. I was just tidying up the edges, literally just patting my brush along the edge and along the sides. If I do go out of shot, it's because I can't see. I use the armrest as a guide, but sometimes you get into it and you turn your hand around to get a better view and you don't realise you're out of shot because I can't see the camera. But just keep on wetting your brush, clean your brush, tap your bead into place, wet your brush, give it a little clean off, pop a little bit more monomer on. Don't flood it because you don't need to. You need that bead to be workable, not too wet. I'm going to do this cuff nail. I've never done a cuff nail before. I really like it. cool. I found it a little bit odd because it's something new, but I really like it. I think I'd rather do a cuff nail with acrylic than with gel polish. I would freak out doing it with gel polish. But yeah, again, I tried not to be too messy. I did blob it about it a little bit. So, can I just say, if you're not already following me on Instagram, please do, because when I hit, I think I'm at 22,000 followers. When I hit 25, there's going to be another giveaway, and the giveaway is sponsored by the Flexi Finger. And you know I love my Flexi hand, and I work really hard on it. I do a lot of work on it, and it's really helped me. So to get a chance of having one of them, you've got to be in it to win it, haven't you? So yeah, get on Instagram if you're not. I'll put the link in the description box below. And then I am just going in. I filed in that other line. Obviously it was very awkward, so I didn't film it. And then I'm going in with some more of the blue. And I was deciding how thick to have the line. I was like, I'm going to have it thinner. No, I'm going to have it thicker. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Just whack it on and hope for the best. I didn't really plan this set. I've been asked to do a video on how I plan my designs, which is quite difficult because, truth be told, I don't have a specific way of planning. I just find a colour I want or a glitter. It's either a colour or a glitter that I want to work with, and then I build the set around that. So I'm just laying down. Obviously I've waited for that blue area to set firm, then I've filed it in. I've washed it over with the silver, and I'm glowing in with the glitter from Glitterati. I'm going to work nice and thin, but make sure it is right up to that line, otherwise you end up with a clear gap when you cap it. So you don't need to bulk it out, but you do need to push that glitter right up. And then I'm going to lay down a bead of clarity. And just very gently tease it into place so that we've got all that glitter covered. Because we still need to file in the blue and silver over the top. So we just work it down, literally just using the tip of my brush so gently. And then just pat it with the body of the brush, make sure it's all in place, and then let it set up nice and firm before we do any filing. Obviously, I forgot to add, before I filed in the linear design and the cuff design, I had capped my other nails off camera so that they didn't get dust. So now I've shaped with my hand file. I didn't need to use the E file to debulk, I just did it all with my hand file. And we're going in with crystal work. Now I'm using Ugly Duckling Stick It, and I'm using a mixture of crystals. I've got the AB mix bag and the mix bag in Blue Air, or Air Blue, from Angel Crystals. I love the Air Blue ones because they've got this gold shimmer to them. They're so gorgeous. Now with the Ugly Duckling Stick It, you can lay it down, you can put your crystals in place, and you can move them about, but they don't slide about. You can just move them about until you decide to cure it. So I was able to set my design up and then finally cure it once I was ready. And then once I did that, I went around the edges with my detailer brush and added some little silver caviar beads, and then cured that again for 60 seconds. So some bits might be missing because I went out of shot, but I've tried my best to keep it all in as much as I can. I need to plug myself in. So we're all done, we're all set. We're going to go in with top coat now. I'm using Diamond Nail Supply's tack-free top coat. I love this part. This is the best part. You're going to hear me plug in the computer now. I apologise. There we go, we're plugged in. So yeah, there should be some like Barry White. I did catch my cuticles, my fault, clumsy hands, when I was filing in the cuff. So yeah, we all do it. I'd rather do it on myself than someone else, so. I love this top coat, it's so shiny. Just going through each nail. And then on the crystal nail, what I'll do is use the brush to go around the biggest areas. And then I'll go in with my detailer brush and just tuck it in where it needs to be. But I have already sealed around the crystals with the Ugly Duckling Stick It Gel. Just don't get your top coat on the crystals because you'll lose that shine because of the cut. It will just create a ball over the top of the cut and it won't look very nice. So I'm just going around the bits I couldn't reach there. And then that's it. Oh no, it's not. I have to do the thumb. Wait for it. Oh yeah. Look at that hollow. Hollow heaven. You've got the clarity of the acrylic over the top of that amazing holographic glitter. It's heaven. So that's it. That is it, actually. I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. And then you have the final design. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you in my next video. Tally bye!